Welcome to Dangerous Grounds Network, the #1 online radio network. 100% American badass. Sponsored by Madison Rising, Kings Hollows, the Veteran Exchange, Combat Flip-Flops, Branded Warriors Inc., Black Rose Tattoos. The Dangerous Grounds Network is here to give Americans a chance to be heard, play badass music, and to help all those in need with information. All our hosts have a great mind and knowledge to bring to you all. Anyone can come as a guest. Email us at dgn1980@my.com and let's see what you've got. As we always say, let's get dangerous.
Yo, this is Jeff.
This is Mark.
I'm Mike.
I'm Craig. This is Mick.
We are Kings Hollow, and you're tuned into Dangerous Grounds Network.
Yeah.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. Hey, you want a freedom boner or what? Listen now.
What's up? This is AJ from Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. And if you don't have a freedom boner right now, fuck you.
I don't care if I'm not good enough for you, and I don't care if I don't live the life you want me to, and I don't care what you wanna think of me, 'cause all you are is everything that I don't wanna be. You say I'm a freak, I say I am free. Come take a shot at me. I love the way you hate me. You say I'm insane, I say you're a freak. Get stronger from the
What's going on, Dangerous Grounds Nation? This is DG Radio with your host, Big Country, and special guest AREZ from Redcon 1. What's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, chilling. Just want to say, man, thanks for coming on. What a great pleasure it is to have you on the Dangerous Grounds Network, especially with all the things that you do over there with Redcon 1, man, the great badass music that y'all put out, man, and following up on some new stuff that you got busting out. And, shit, man, I want to say thanks to Anthony from the Veteran Exchange, man, for making connections happen. Wouldn't be able to do this without him, matter of fact. And so big shout out to Anthony.
Definitely.
most deaf, man. So what's going on, man? What's going on in the world of Redcon 1 and AREZ, man? What's happening?
Man, well, first, thanks for having me on the show, man. Like I said, I haven't really released a lot of music in a while. Excuse me. Since Survivor's Guild, that was the last music video. Sorry, my son. I'm here with my son.
Oh, you good?
But yeah, I haven't really done a lot since Survivor's Guild. So I'm hoping to be able to this spring put out my whole album. But I felt like right now with what I'm going through, I put out a single just this past weekend. It was actually kind of accident because it wasn't supposed to come out till today, and I accidentally clicked the wrong button on YouTube, and next thing you know, it was already out. So, but yeah, it's something that I'm going through right now, and something that I felt could help somebody, a lot of people right now.
Right.
So I figured, why wait?
It was deep, man. It was deep. We talked a little bit about today. Killer Kurt in the house. We was talking a little bit today about how deep the song was. Talking about how mutual time should be spent between the parents and stuff like that. Man, that song was deep, and I appreciate you putting out something like this. And this is no offense to the ladies out there, because I mean y'all are one y'all are hella mamas, but ever since like the 1990s, man, it was like one of those things to where it didn't matter what was going on. The kids got took from the dads. Period. It didn't matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's one thing that's real vital in what I'm trying to do. And there's a father's rights movement, and it's not just a bunch of men, angry at women. It has nothing to do with that, because the fact of the matter is parental alienation affects not just men, but it also affects little girls. Like my youngest daughter, is being affected by this, and no kid grows up, male or female, saying that I'm glad I didn't get to have a relationship with my dad, and it takes, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to have, I made a song about it, but even more powerful than me making a song about it is when a woman steps up and says, you know what, it's not right.
That's right.
A man has to prove himself in court that he's worthy of being a father. Could you imagine if we had to do that, if that was the case with women, if we said, hey, you have to prove yourself that you're a mother in court, but that doesn't happen. It's only, one-sided. And, obviously there is some deadbeat fathers out there who, but that's not what we're talking about in this case. So to each their own, but there is a lot of fathers who, one of the statistics I put in the video is that, there's 16,000 deaths a year from, fathers who are going through parental alienation. And it's also, a fact that children who, grow up from a parent that committed suicide, they're 50% more likely to actually commit suicide.
Right.
So it's a big problem we have in this country, and it's really being swept under the rug.
That's right. And stuff like this, man, we appreciate this, because it does make us think of stuff like that. And we do thank our women, because, not only is our women took a step up in today's society, but they are actually starting to take up for us. Like Killer Kirk's in the chat group. She's the host of Let's Do This. And, she's like, we need our men. And and we appreciate that, because it is the court. It's the court system, like you said. It's not us coming against the women. It's the court systems that's half-assed backwards and shit, and taking us away. And you're right, it affects the kids dramatically. Those are the ones, bottom line, that are getting hurt in the end of this whole damn thing. It's not the parents, it's the kids. they need both mom and dad. You know, we both got
see,
something to bring to the table.
I really don't hold anything against either, you know, because even with the mother of my two oldest, you know, it took a long time for her to open, you know, for her eyes to be open.
Right.
And the thing is, you know, our society has engraved in our society that, you know, the mother is the caretaker. The child should never be away from the mother, or, you know, the child should never be away from the mother, that it'd be harmful to them.
Right.
That, you know, every other weekend is good enough, or that's what we've all been, you know, wired up to believe.
Yeah.
And the truth is, you know, she saw it for her own eyes. It wasn't really doing well for, you know, our son.
Right.
And, you know, we went to therapists, and they would tell us the same thing, that, you know, I don't think it's in the best interest of the child for him to leave his mother. And it turned out to be the best thing we could ever do, not only for my son, but also for the relationship now between him and his mother, because now they actually have a good relationship, which
Right.
it was starting to deteriorate for a little bit. So
Right.
Now she sees, like, it's not taking away from her, but it's giving my son and our daughter, you know, both their mom and their dad, and they don't realize it. Like, the way our custody is set up is that every other year we switch off, and they don't look at it as, like, you know, the way they see it is they spend a year with their mom, and then they spend a year with their dad, and they're completely satisfied. You know, there's a lot of I would say women's groups out there who have this notion that, you know, it's not good for them, and that them switching schools and doing all that is too much. It's not really so much switching schools every year, because they're still going back to two stable homes. It just means that they have more friends to make, and it really makes their life more fulfilled.
Right, because I know myself. I went to 2 different elementary schools, 2 different middle schools, and 3 different high schools. And, you know, it's I have to say it wasn't completely easy, but yeah, I did get to meet a lot more people, and I did make a lot more friends. But I'd say, man, I wish I could have stayed put in just one set of schools. But, you know, that's something that we go through being from a separate family. Not everybody goes through the same thing, but, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that's from the broken homes that parents do live states away, and that's, you know, it does make it difficult. But, you know, then you got parents, though, too. They got parents, too, that, you know, will suck it up and be like, you know what, I'm going to stay right here because the mother or the father's still here. I want them to be able to see the parents and whatnot. You know, I know my 10 years in the military, in the Army, yeah, you're right, Kurt. They do have to be well-rounded view. You know, being 10 years in the military, I will say the one thing that was hard is my ex didn't let my kids come see me as often as I would have liked. And really, to be honest, I didn't get them unless I was on leave going home. You know, she was afraid I was going to kidnap them. You know, but I mean, it's other than that, man. I got my kids anytime I wanted to. Anytime I was home, it was straight up. I had them every damn time. I will say that. And now that I've been home, you know, there's no question asked if I'm going to have them or not. So, all right, everybody, thanks for jumping in so quick. Hey, Miss Julie, we got Miss Julie from Ireland here. We know one of our Ireland natives. We got 8 different countries that listen to us too, besides the great U.S. of A. We greatly appreciate that. We got AREZ from Redcon 1 with us. We fixing to play Survivor's Guilt, one of the songs y'all probably know it from. Here's Survivor's Guilt.
It's like carrying a rug filled with the mountain in it all day. You just trying to get up and not feel the strain, but you still feel it throughout your whole body. And by night you're so tired.